Good morning. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm getting back to the bags of the stuff that we picked up when we were in St. Louis at the bins there in St. Louis downtown and Bridgeton back the week between Christmas and Thanksgiving, between Christmas and New Year's. And I found some good stuff. I remembered the other day something that I had found, and I thought, dang it, I got to go figure that out. And it was in the next bag that I picked up because I want to get this listed because it is definitely a bolo to be looking for. But before we get to that, let me show you some of the smalls that I picked up while we were there. This one, I've got more blocks, but I just wanted to put this one together. This one's funny because it was at the end of a bin at the Bridgeton bins, and a lady was looking at the caterpillar. So I kind of just stood there looking through other stuff in the bins, waiting for her to decide whether she wanted to pick it up or not. And then when she laid it down and walked off, I went ahead and picked it up. For those that don't know, these are the Lego Duplo Primo blocks. I've done very, very well with them. There's more down here in the bag, but I thought I would put these just together like this. I anticipate listing this probably about $30 with the other blocks that I have. Maybe even more, but my mind thinks about $30 for this. Now, just to remind people, Robert went and tallied it up. We spent about $500 there over 2 days. There's probably 5, 10, 20 items total that would pay for the whole trip. And that's just kind of how it always is because the stuff there is so cheap. Just for reference, everything there is $2.09 a pound. Other things, I'm guessing this went with this, but it's not attached. It must have come unglued. Little ornaments. I like picking up the vintage ornaments, and then I make little small lots of them. Not a whole lot, $10, $15 for, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I picked up a bunch of the Fisher-Price roll-arounds and Pika blocks. I don't know if I've gotten to the others yet. I'll see if I've got any of the balls listed and add it to it. Don't know who this is, but I'll get him listed. It's some kind of interactive toy. I don't know if I have one of these. Yes, I do. I'll see. You know what? Yeah. This is the Fisher-Price Fun with Food tea kettle. Look. You see, it's very faded. It has sat in a window or something. Very annoying noise. But, I'm hoping $10, $15 for it. This other smalls, I'm not quite sure. He kind of looks like the Pocahontas guy. John Smith or something. Don't know. I bet you he's marked Disney, though. Mattel, 1990 or 80 something. Don't know. We'll do Google Lens. And then the octopus lady from Little Mermaid, Ursula. Had to take me a second. Little plush. Says love you. It's one of those pinchers. I may have others listed. I'll just add it to the lot if I do. This is Fisher-Price Little People. Probably to one of the nativity sets. 2011 it says. I have a feeling this is going to be, $10 plus just for this one piece. I did pick up some different figures. Some of the more chunky, newer ones. She's like early 2000s. Little dog. Done really well with the baby toddlers. Not quite sure. I'm hoping $10, $15 for this. Came across the bins. I was like one of the first, 20 or 25 in the door, I think. And I found a bin that had quite a few action figures in them. I just went ahead and grabbed as many as I could at that moment without checking comps. Don't even know who a lot of these are. I'm assuming this is Hulk, but don't know from what series. I think he is Imaginext. And then some sea creature, swamp dude.
Abomination.
Abomination.
I think he was like a Hulk enemy or something.
Oh. Probably bread and butter for the most part. If they're from the same series, I may put those two together. Don't know. I I think there's a third one of these. I like finding things in threes. I'm not quite sure what that is with me. But these are just little dollhouse figures. They're the wooden posable arms. Look. Oh, now I'm just seeing the damage on this one. But fairy godparents. I forget their names. But this one's got a chip on the end of his hair. I'll probably still list them, just discount it for the damage. Found a bag that had just all of these Jake and the Neverland Pirates figures. If I've got others, I'll just add it to it. I'm forgetting what this one's called. Oh, yep, here it is. My Neighbor Totoro. It says 1988. Doesn't look that old. I have a feeling maybe that's just a copyright date. I've only had this like once maybe. I don't remember if it's bread and butter or something better. Aurora. In fact, I think I just listed a lot of 3, so this will be for my next 3. Probably like forest animals. Or is this more jungle?
I think that's a meerkat.
I know, but are they more jungle than
I think they're like
forest?
out on the African prairies.
That's what I think too, so I'll figure out something to go with it. This is Iwaya. Hopefully it works. Make sure when you find stuff like this, you shake all the limbs, because a lot of times they're broken. Not worth picking up broken, of course. And also, if you can, check the battery areas to make sure they're not all corroded. Sometimes the corrosion just can't be undone. Hopefully it works. A lot of times, $10, $15 for this. A lovey. Always picking them up. There's a RN number on here. Oh, here. Shant Accessories. Probably bread and butter. Look how cute. It is in Perfection by MJC. I like that brand. It's vintage. Little bear snowboarding. Probably bread and butter. Dang it. I just listed a lot of these balloon characters. I forgot I thought when I shared them with you that I had another one, and then I forgot about it. So I'll take that listing down and add it to it. This is Team Umizoomi by K-Care. She is battery operated also. I don't find this very often. I'm just going to say, let's hope $10 to $15 for it. Now, this intrigued me. Look, and I'll have to do some research to make sure that this isn't something that's been recalled. You know how like the crib liners, those have all been recalled. You can't use crib liners anymore. But this was just for like a high chair, a vintage high chair. But look, Teddy Betty Bear. Trying to see if it has anything else on here. Teddy Betty Bear, 1982 Morgan. You know, I found a bunch of Teddy Betty Bear blankets at a yard sale one time, and they were all Morgan. I don't know. You know, let's hope 25 plus for this. I'm hoping plus. Oh, this got buried under there. I've done well with these in the past. They are those graduated brass candlesticks. I want to say $25 plus for them. The fact that they're in their box is a good thing also. I don't pick up brass like I used to, but when it's in the box, got to. All right, this is Disney Parks. I'm hoping sometimes the Disney Parks branded tags do better than just the regular Disney. So I don't know. This is Angel from Lilo and Stitch. Let's hope 15. Pooh. Snoopy. It is 2023. He is animated. I tested in there. A lot of times I'm not going to pick up this stuff like this unless I know it's going to work. Because even though I have a backpack full of batteries and screwdrivers, I seldom carry it into the bins. Now, I'll have it with me when we go yard selling. But the bins, you know, it's just added weight on me. And I'm just trying to zip through everything. Maybe Robert should wear the backpack. the pig I had before that I said I'm probably going to pick it up as long as the battery area is clean, it's because it's vintage. It's harder to find. You know, this is dated 2023. You know, if I didn't know for sure that it was working, I'm not going to pick it up. Just, you know, it's newer, it's contemporary, you know, just one of my things.
Less likely to have value if it's non-functioning.
Right. Where a vintage one. Would I list that pig if it's not working? Probably not, though. But I'm hoping that it does work. And everything tells me it should work. I'm telling you, the vintage toys are much better made than the more contemporary stuff. I thought this was cute. This is heavy. It's heavy. It says, Jesus Loves Me. It is by Gans. Crib Plush, it says. Just very cute. It's probably still only going to be bread and butter. But, you know, I'm hoping 12, 15. It's got its paper tags. I almost didn't pick this up because I just thought it was one of those, like, fake, like, you know, wannabe, you know, the pets that are like laying down, curled up in a ball type thing, and they're hard and not really a plush. But notice down here on the bottom, it's American Girl. Pretty sure it's a vintage. I mean, it's not soft. It's got the hard body. Pretty sure it's vintage. The tail is posable. You know, I'm still hoping bread and butter for it. Christmas vintage plush. It says B-E-E International. Don't know if I've had anything like that, but it's the little sacks for Christmas. Just loved it. You know, I'm hoping 15, 20 bucks. Look how cute. Tweety Bird. It says Looney Tunes Toy Factory. Oh, look, this one says Chibi right on it.
Exactly.
Remember? Because I was saying, I don't know if I use the word chibi unless I see a tag that says chibi. I don't know. We've had this conversation. I don't know if many people commented on that, or did you leave it in?
You and I talked about the word chibi one day.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked it up, it's like an art style. It's a style, but it also might be a trademarked word. We're not sure. I guess we could look up whether or not it's a trademarked word that you shouldn't be using, like Velcro or something. But it's an art style where the head is larger. It is out of proportion.
Right. But right here on this paper tag, it does say chibi. So I would use that word in there. But other things that look similar, you know, I'm on the fence. What do you guys think? If it's a style, or does it need to say be chibi?
Are they using the word chibi the same way you would use the word yellow in describing this?
Right. Don't know. Manhattan Toy Company. I love them. I'll see if I've got others that are in this style listed. They're not worth a whole lot, but I just love them. Look, this must have been the cart of animated battery operated stuff. But it's Bambi, Thumper Rabbit. It says Sounds in Motion, Hallmark. Let's see. So yeah, this is Dirt Tea, but I'm hoping I can get it better. This is a Care Bear costume for a water baby doll. And I've done really well in the past with these. You know, there was a time I could get $20, $25 for them. I'm not quite sure now, but I'm still hoping 15 plus for it. Loved this. It says Disney 100 years. There was something else recently that I picked up that was Disney 100 years.
It said decades on it, too.
Oh, yeah. This
The
one
last
just
thing
says
did.
100. Don't know. I don't know. I'll see if I've got something else to go with it. I'm sure there was probably a Mickey in the same series. Maybe there's a Daffy and a Donald. But probably bread and butter. I picked these up. They are quilted, textured is some of the keywords. They're Kelly toy. I think I just sold like a lot of 2 of these or something recently. You know, I'm hoping $10, $12 for it. But if I have another, I'll put it with it. I'm just noticing this. I'm hoping that'll come off. I will try alcohol first to see if it's just like smudged from the floor or the bins. It is Mary Meyer. I think I've got something very similar to this already listed. Maybe this same thing. So it might just be a quantity bump. Multi-colored, tie-dyed, vintage Walmart, rabbit plush. I just liked it. Look at that. It's got the little embroidered carrot. It's got like terry cloth, chenille like ears and feet. You know, I'm hoping $15, $20. This is a Plaus Clive baby. Now, I've had him in the past. I've had a larger version also of him. Probably going to be bread and butter, but hopefully I have another one listed and I'll make it into a lot. All right, last couple of ones. This was a bag and an IKEA bag of hard goods. It says Friday the 13th. I'm pretty sure I had several of these that were all of the different characters from the spooky stuff that I've never watched and never will. And half-mow. I bet you I picked up a dozen. I'm slowly but surely finding them in all the different bags. I think I've been making lots, but I check each one to see if it's worth listing by itself. The ones to really be looking for are the larger ones. These all came out of what are called like blinds, I think, where you don't know what you're buying when you pick up that box. But here's my treasure that I remembered and then found very quickly. Clip clops. These are made by Fisher-Price. The clip clop, it's spelt with a K. They have there's different play sets, but a lot of times they came with these, and they're called that because if you put them on here and they go down without falling, they make a clip clop sound, like they're riding a horse.
I was wondering if they made like a coconut sound.
What do you mean? Ooh, there it was. All right, I've got the princess and a Prince Charming. The boys seem to do better than the girls on these. I guess maybe there were fewer of the boys. Probably I'm thinking I'm going to do the set together. $60, $70, $80, something like that for just the two of these. So definitely keep your eyes out in the bins and at yard sales this summer for any of the clip clops, the bridges, you know, the little, I guess, bridges. And the play sets are awful big, so I don't tend to pick them up. But, you know, watch for the clip clops. It's going straight over to my cube. Right, it was fun going through some more bags, but I'm telling you, I think this is only like bag or IKEA bag, like 5 and 6. We've not hardly gone through any of them, and I brought home quite a bit.
Probably 30 or so.
Yeah, so there's lots of treasures still to be found, and get to work by